Let's talk about the Jezebel Spirit. Many, many years ago, I had a confrontation with this spirit. I was ministering spiritual deliverance to a young man. All of a sudden, this demon takes over his mouth and says to me, "I'm Jezebel, and prophets are my favorite dish. I devour them," she said. Well, all these years have gone by and I have confronted her many times. So I've understood things that she does, how she works, and especially who she targets. Jezebel wants the gifts of the Holy Spirit, especially the prophetic gifts. She wants to use them, and she detects from the time a child is in the womb. She detects the gifts that God has given that person, and she's after the prophets. She is very good at imitating the Holy Spirit in tongues, of obviously false tongues, false revelations, false prophecies. She can really confuse people in churches if she goes undetected, because she can bring lying spirits into a prophet's mouth. So we need to detect her early on in a person's life. She has her strategies. When she sees that a prophet is being born, she starts trying to contaminate that person's parents, try to get them into occult practices of any kind. When the child starts growing, she tries to contaminate the gifts through TV, through computer games, through movies, browsing on the internet and getting into the wrong pages. This is what she does to start trying to open a door in that person's life. She tries to get the person as a teenager involved with the wrong crowd. If this person chooses God, then Jezebel becomes that person's enemy, because she's trying to seduce this person into using the gifts that the Holy Spirit gave him or her in the wrong way, in the wrong kingdom. But if she does not succeed, then she becomes an all-out enemy of this person. She tries to hurt this person emotionally, cause any kind of psychological trauma. She tries to seduce them into sin, tries to get them into the wrong crowd of friends. And later on, her favorite strategy, she tries to get this person to marry the wrong person. Because if she succeeds in that, she knows she can block the prophet's ministry if this person marries the wrong person. So that's one of her favorites. So I've come across her many, many times. When Jezebel is present in a prophetic mouth, she can speak through that mouth when confronted. She, what we call, manifests. That means she can take over that person's mouth and she can speak through it. Obviously, that gift was given by God so that he can speak. But if Jezebel is present there and she has been undetected and has not been cast out, well then she can speak through that mouth. So it's very important that pastors and churches understand who Jezebel is and how she works and how she goes after the prophetic gifts, so that she can start using them in a way that churches don't detect her and what she's doing. For example, I had an experience in Paraguay. I ministered to a pastor in front of a group of pastors because I was teaching deliverance, and this pastor said that he would be the subject, that it didn't matter if the demon manifested in him. So I went directly for Jezebel because his mother had been involved in witchcraft in different areas, and so she had subjected him to these things as a boy, as a young child. So I knew Jezebel was there, and he had prophetic gifting. So the minute she manifested, I started confronting her that she would confess exactly what her plan was in this pastor's life. And she finally confessed that she had a plan to bring him down. She said, I am going to enter his gift. I am planning, I'm allowing him to be known as a prophet, but I am going to enter his gift, and I'm going to bring a false prophecy, and he's going to say it publicly, and that way I'm going to bring him down, because obviously it's going to be false, and it's not going to come true, and that is totally going to damage his image as a prophet. But now I can't do it because you detected me, and now I have to give over this plan. And obviously she fought it out until we were able to break her power, and she handed this plan over to God. So that's an example of what Jezebel can do in a person's life. And we're talking about a pastor here. So people may say, what? A pastor had a demon? Yes, pastors are human, and anybody can have a demon working in their life undetected if they grew up in a ministry where there is no deliverance ministry, where it's not a common practice of casting out demons. So just to alert all of you to what Jezebel can do and how important it is to detect her, to cast her out, and to take over the gifts of the Holy Spirit.